Welcome to this video. I'm installing SUnPlus on a new machine and just felt like maybe I should record this one for the sake of those who may not have, maybe you have forgotten something, so that this runs through. And I just want to install SUnPlus on this particular newly installed machine. So here are my installation files. Here are my installation files. So I have the SUnPlus here. I have Q&A. I have my Office. I have my Windows. Of course, if you are installing a new computer, I have this installation installation files here. So let me start with installing SUnPlus. This is live, and maybe I'm bound to make mistakes. Those mistakes would be good for us to learn from. They could be mistakes that any of us could make. So I want to start, of course, probably assuming you have these installation files. So let's begin. I just want to start by installing SUnPlus. So I want to run it as administrator. This is the setup file for SUnPlus. Of course, I'm connected to my server right now. All right, if you have not installed .NET Framework 3.5, then this may not start installing. But since my Windows already has that, it's beginning to install right away. So it's 6.2.1, and feel free, comrade, to give suggestions in case there's something I'm doing wrongly. I could learn from you. So when installing the client on a client machine, we have to select the client machine. So I will deselect all these others and only select the client, the Sun Systems client. So I've selected only the Sun Systems client, as you may see in the screen. I click next. Then here I put the name of my server, AHPH Sun 6. Okay. Have I forgotten the password? Okay. SUadmin. Of course, I know you know the password. If you don't know, probably you should ask privately. Okay, so let's see if it's going to connect to the server. If I get errors, maybe I'll stop this halfway because maybe there's a connection error or something. Okay, all right, that's fine. So that place has gone well. So the application server is the same as, of course, your institution server. Then install. So I'm installing Sun Systems 6.2.1, just showing the process for anybody who may have forgotten, or maybe I'm willing to learn also from this. If there's something I'm doing wrongly, then you let me know in the comments. This video is of course meant only for those who are using Sun Systems in our territory. Okay, so it's installing Sun Systems. All right, so that will take a little bit of time, but it seems things are going fine. So already you can see the icons on the desktop there, Sun Systems and User Manager. So that means things are running well. All right. It's just about to get finished with that. Of course, after installing this, then I would install a patch set that I have to update it to, I think the latest patch set that I have is 34. If it should be later than that, if you have a later patch set, maybe let me know in the comments section of this so that we can improve. I think I have patch set 34, just like an update to the Sun Systems. I think I have, let me check. I have yeah, patch set 34 SQL. So I think it's done. So that's the first process. The Sun systems is installed, but before I run it, because I want it to match the patch set that I have in the server, which is 34, I believe. So let me go to the patch set and also install it, and then we'll try to run it to see if everything is running the way it's supposed to do. So I'm installing patch set 34. If I'm outdated, please let me know, and let me know if how I can get the latest patch sets, maybe. Okay, so this is updating it, computing space requirements for the update to happen. Okay, it's computing space requirements. This is actually a Windows, let me go through the settings for this so that you can know the specs for this machine. This machine has okay. All right. Oh, it needed my permission to be able to run the updates. Okay. So that's the storage of this computer is 1 TB SSD, and the RAM is about, I think it's 8 GB RAM. 8 GB RAM, 1 TB SD. So it's a 12th generation, 8 GB RAM, 1 TB hard disk. The speed is a little bit low, but let's hope it will work. The speed is only 1.1 gigahertz. Okay. So I'm updating the patch set for Suns, and then I will try to run it and see if it's connecting to the server. It's about to get there, and hoping for the best that all will be fine. I didn't note the time that I started, probably. Okay. It's about to get done. So the next thing that I'm going to do after installing these Sun systems is to install, I want to install Office. And the reason why I want to install Office, to show you that for SUnPlus, it's important to, for now, unless there are further updates, we need to install. So that's SUnPlus is done. It should be able to run. Let me try. Yeah, it's running without errors. Let me log in. Of course, I will block this. I'm trying to log in. Yeah, so we are good to go. We are good to go. It's logged in, and here we go. SUnPlus is up and running in the machine without errors. Okay, so that's done. Let's what I want to install next is I want to install Office next, and I have with me the installation files for Office Professional 2013 32-bit. I think that's what you're supposed to install. All right. Of course, I have the license for this, so. Guys, I want to encourage us to stop the the bad habit of cracking Word and 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 Windows. It's important to get a good the right license, the authorized license from Microsoft, because I believe it also would affect your operations, especially with SUnPlus. If you do not have the right authorized software, that could affect, and it's illegal. We brethren should not be stealing software, of course. All right, so that's just about that. I want to mount it. So I have the installation here. So let me run setup for, this is a new machine. So let me run this Office setup. I have a license for this, and the license is here. I want to show you my keys because this is I still have some copies here which I can use for myself. So my keys are here. Okay, so all right, so that's that. So let me I want to install it fully, run from my computer, run everything from my computer, run all from my computer. Okay, install. So this is Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2013 32-bit, and that when you'll be, it's important to install this so that when you run it, when you run reports on Q&A on Excel, then it should be able to run without errors. Actually, if you installed 64-bit, it may not, not that it may not, I think it would not run unless maybe there's an update that enables us to run 64-bit. If I'm not aware, kindly let me know so that we see the next step of this. Okay. The reason I'm installing this fast, so that when I install Q&A for reporting, then I would be having, it will automatically install it on the Office 2013. Yeah. So after this installation, the next process is to install Q&A. And I believe this is the latest version I have of Q&A, 10.1.10. I remember I was sharing in our group last time that somebody had an error which I also had previously. But after installing this later version of Q&A, I don't know what version of Q&A was initially there. The original installation files that we had, they were Q&A. I don't know, this one was 10 point what? It was a lower version. So when I upgraded to this later version, most of the errors when running queries on Q&A stopped. So probably if you don't have it, I can give you the link for that, where you can download it straight, this newer version of Q&A. I believe most of you could be having it already. Or maybe it's mine which is now outdated. Let me know. So I'm just sharing this in case somebody may have forgotten. Sometimes, it might take a longer time before updating a new machine, and when that happens, sometimes you forget some of these simple steps. You may forget some of these simple steps, okay? So Office is almost there. So when Office will be done, I should now be able to run Q&A, and after running Q&A, I believe already we are able to log into SUnPlus from this client machine. Okay. So the next should be installing Q&A. All right, Q&A is here. I'm waiting for Office to finish installations, and then we'll done. So let me capture what I've done. Of course, this is a new Windows installation. It's Windows 11 64-bit machine. So it already had .NET installed. If you didn't have .NET, for you to install Sun, then you'd have to install .NET. Where do I get it? Probably in the prerequisite. .NET, yes. So you'd have to install .NET first. It may give errors requesting you to install this, but since my Windows already has this installed, probably a higher version of .NET, but compatible with SUnPlus, then I'm good to go. So that is one thing. Probably I may need to install Adobe Reader for the reports. I forgot about that, but of course the reports you can even get them from, you can read the PDFs on your browser on Edge or Chrome. So you can use pretty much any other software. So if I'm wrong in that, please correct me. All right, so this is taking a little bit of time. Okay, it's finalizing. Then we want to install Q&A next. So let me capture what we have done. Windows installed. The next thing is SUnPlus, of course, .NET framework. Then we install the SUnPlus. Right now, of course, you understand that your server, it should be connected to your server, and SUnPlus installed in that server. So after installing the SUnPlus, I installed a patch set. The latest patch that I had was 34, and that patch set went well. I logged in successfully, which means it is communicating with the server version of the SUnPlus, and we were good to go to run the SUnPlus. You can run any other thing. If it's for the accountant, probably that would be all they need to do. But of course, we need to install Q&A, which is for reporting purposes. All right, so okay. Then now we are installing Office 2013 Service Pack. Not Service Pack. It's a Service Pack 1, of course, but I'm talking about Office 2013 Professional Plus 32-bit. It's important to note that 2013 32-bit, so that you don't get most of the errors that probably Q&A may not want to install with your version. So I don't know if it's installed already. Word. Okay, it's already installed, so I can pin to taskbar. Let me say Excel 2013 is already installed. So it's just doing, it's done already. I will update the licenses later. So let me go to the next thing, that's installing Q&A. The next thing is install. No, could I maybe let me try if this version of PDF is running, the one that we were given with the installation files. Okay. Install. Okay. All right. Let's see. So this, of course, when your reports will be read via a PDF. So let me just install it. It will take a shorter time. So this is the copy of Adobe that was in the installation files that we were given. I know this is a simple thing, but probably sometimes you may forget. If you stay for a long time without updating a new computer, maybe a fresh installation, sometime of these some of these simple steps we could, okay, just to give back in a little way, so that maybe, I know there are those who did not go through this training. Maybe when we had it in 2016, is it? Yeah. This I mastered from then, and I want to thank our director, Mr. Marande, for organizing that very important training. That training empowered us in a big way, so that, sometimes I don't want to revisit what used to happen. Forever in a SUnPlus installations, those who were there know it was a hurdle, but of course, since we went through this with Mr. Marande, actually we had to carry all our servers to the union, and it was a fresh installation on the servers, a fresh installations of the client machines, a total training. So this is something that I learned like how many years ago is now? Is that 2016 up to today? Many years down the line. Yeah. So that's done. So our PDF is installed. Let's now install Q&A. Let's now install Q&A. So I want to mount it. I don't know whether I mounted it, but of course it will appear here. So I want to run it as admin once again. I want to run it as admin once again. Yeah, so it requires that installation, but it is installing it on its own without installing separately. At the end of this, I should be able to run SUnPlus on this machine. I should be able to run reports, Q&A on this machine. Let me hope things are going to run fine. If they don't, I'm doomed. Oh, okay. Where is it? Yeah, it's still running. I thought it hung up to me, but it's there. So this is for Q&A. We have still to locate the server where it's installed. What's the name of my server? AHP. All right, so this is complete. I think so. Install. So I'm installing Q&A. It will take. It shouldn't take a long time. It should be done in a few minutes, seconds. Is it? Then, so SUnPlus installed, Reader installed, Office installed. Final thing for this to be able to run SUnPlus and reporting is Q&A, which is running I have 10.1.10 version. Almost done. So after this, I am positive that SUnPlus should be able to run on this machine. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask questions at the and in the comments of this video section. Of course, this is private video for us within the system. Almost done. Almost done. So of course we'll have to connect. It will have to connect to the servers. SUnPlus 6 and Q&A in the setup of this. It's taking a little bit of time. but it's almost done. I believe this is how it will go even in your machine. This is only an, oh, it's done. So when it reaches here, I always click finish so that I enter the setups for these. Of course, I'll have to enter the query and analysis in Sun Systems 6. So I click on finish, then I disable this since I have Sun System 6 installed on my machine. For the query and analysis, so in the data source name, you put asterisk. Is this an asterisk? Yes. And then the server name. Yeah, this is where probably I'm wrong. Some systems data. Okay, this is where I'm wrong. Instead of the database being some systems data, I had put some systems domain. Okay, SE. What is the password for this? The password for this should be, yeah, I think this is what I've used. I think I'm almost there. Oh, I think I'm almost there. Good. That was almost a scare there, but for the query and analysis, I was using Sun Systems domain instead of Sun Systems data. So at least that will make me remember this for a longer time. It's Sun Systems data. I had to put my specs to be able to see that. All right. So that is done. Let's go to Sun System 6. So now I know it's the Sun System 6 should be domain. Okay. That's the only thing I was getting wrong. So I interchanged the one for query and analysis and the one for Sun Systems. So I think the connection is done. And save. Right. So that was a little scare there. How could things not work in this demo? And I finish it. Then I want to go to Excel and check if it is there. All right. So let me hope it is installed. If it is not, we will install the key 1A. Okay. It's already installed. Of course, I will activate this one. I don't want to expose my... I don't want to expose my key, but this is something I'll work on immediately after this. I will insert my product here. If it's a volume license, so if I expose it here, but it seems it needs me to. Okay, let me see what it wants me to do. Okay, I'll have to activate it, but of course make sure that I block my keys. I'll need to activate it, but I'll make sure that I block my keys so that you don't get it. I welcome any comments, any suggestions, that anything that you could have improved. I'm almost coming to the end of this installation, and everything is installed and up and running. I want to even test Q&A if it is running. So I want you to. Is that for me? No, I think it should be this second one. Okay, all right, so I hope it starts. Yeah, it is. So this is an officially licensed software. It's not pirated, my friends. I think it's good to go that way. Yes, so it's updated and running. No thanks, maybe later. Next. All done. So we are done. Now that activation thing is done, let's go to info Q&A and try to log in. Okay, so let's try to log into Q&A. Okay. All right, so let me, oh, good. So great, we are good to go. I want to check if there's some error here. I know. Okay. Oh, let me not run into errors. Everything is fine. That's where it's everything is okay. Everything is okay. So yeah, so that means no errors. Nothing is giving an error, and this means our test is complete. So let me capture what we have done. So far we have installed, of course, I had installed Windows 11 Professional for workstations. I installed SUnPlus, patch set 34, installed PDF, installed Office 2013 Professional Plus 32-bit, underline 32-bit, and installed Q&A. I got a little bit of scare there. I interchanged SUnSystems domain with SUnSystems data, so please don't do that. But it was a learning experience. It was making things not to run. I got a scare there. So you're good to go. Feel free to ask questions, and maybe somebody else should do another video that we can learn from. Or maybe if you want any other video that you want me to record for our consumptions, then let me know. Thanks for watching this video, and hope you've learned something or reminded yourself something.